NBC 6 News Today at 9 starts now.
They are essentially packed into cages, wall-to-wall humans, 32 detainees per cage.
On NBC 6 News Today, conflicting perspectives between Republican and Democratic lawmakers after touring the so-called alligator Alcatraz detention camp. We're hearing from both sides of the aisle about how they view the conditions inside. And new questions this morning after the death of a 20-year-old Floridian in the West Bank. His family's response as Israeli police look into the incident.
There's not a second that goes by that sometimes I want to wake up from this and say that it's not real.
A family coming together, marking 1 year since an 18-year-old was gunned down in North Lauderdale. Their message only on 6. South Florida, thank you for joining us. I'm Shirley Amara with First Alert meteorologist Chelsea Ambries, and it is just after 9, so let's take a look at your day ahead.
We are going to be watching for some strong storms today. Could even see some isolated flooding just like we saw yesterday, and then rain really ramps up in our forecast for Monday and Tuesday. So taking you to the radar, notice there is a lot of showers around South Florida, nothing in the immediate area, but we will be watching for this disturbance that's just to our north. You can see just off the Carolina, Georgia coast, that is eventually going to swing across the Sunshine State over the next couple of days, and it's really going to amplify the rainfall that we see here. It does give us a level 1 risk for flooding today, as some of that moisture is going to try and come on shore. So we are seeing that highlighted area in green. That's a marginal risk for flooding. We're also under a marginal risk for severe weather. So within the severe storms, there could be some damaging winds. Again, the heavy rain is going to be the main threat, and frequent lightning. We saw an isolated severe storm in Broward yesterday. Likely to see any storms isolated reach that intense limit of 58-mile-per-hour winds or stronger. With that said, we are looking at highs today going back into the low 90s before the afternoon storms come in. Flooding is going to be possible in any of the downpours. There's not a lot of wind, so slow moving is going to allow for that water to accumulate. And then overnight tonight, we'll see a break in some of the action, maybe just an isolated shower before more widespread rain builds in by Monday afternoon. I'll detail that forecast in more depth in just a few minutes.
We have an update this morning on the lawmaker visit to that controversial detention camp in the Everglades, what the governor calls alligator Alcatraz. After initially being denied access, Democratic lawmakers were invited to tour the facility yesterday, joining Republicans for a close look inside. And now they're walking away with very different views about how it's being run. NBC 6's Daniela Cotto shares that story. The largest piece of Mars ever found on our planet. Sotheby's in New York is going to host the auction. And Chelsea, are you going to bid on this?
How big is that?
I don't know.
Is it like a little
question.
Rock that I could turn into a necklace?
It looks very big.
Is it big? Big enough to sit on the mantle? I don't know. If
Maybe you can just sit on it. Give you a stool.
Depending on how big it is. Nice boulder.
Yeah. All right, that does it for us for now. Impact is up next. Have a great Sunday.